engage. And that is something that TNC will have to deal with. But now, after a little break, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the match here to round out Week 6. Smart Omega versus TNC, game number 1.
About a good start here for TNC is what you can expect from the Balman. Very, very quick clearing. And Ryzen has to go for an uncanny and unorthodox, rather, approach. Because look where he's going. He's going to steal that small camp, I'm thinking. Sneaky.
Yeah, it's a trend that we've been seeing with a lot of the junglers, with how they play in the jungle. Who's gonna get it? Seems like SDZYC still has a slight advantage, so
yeah, I was
he was able to take it.
Looks like he grabbed that too. And also, we've seen a couple Fanny players play it differently, right, with different emblems, but Ryzen is going to be matching up with that jungle emblem here for SD. So at the same time, I feel like they want to go ahead and contest those objectives and not just give them up to SD, despite him playing this Balmond here. So going to be interesting to see how that plays out, and if it does play in their favor.
Miko catches one, and there's the orange secure. There's a knockout by KillVJ. First blood drawn onto Ryzen. Can they keep this up? Renzio trying to find some targets. Escalera very low. Sets up that CC, nobody home.
All right, got to give credit to where it's due. That's a great call by TNC. They are invading. They're being aggressive. They want to be the ones to set the tempo. Right call there. Ryzen will be forced to go back. Seems like they're going to get a free shot at the first turtle of the game. With this invasive rotations, it'll make Miko think twice about leaving Ryzen alone more. But now, since they know TNC is going to get the first turtle, they'll try to counter up top. TNC, I'd want to see them continue invading. The more they do that, the more they pull attention away from Yasuo.
That's what I was wondering, right, during the draft, is even though the Balman was picked, do you want to actually put pressure on Ryzen on this Fanny? And so far, I mean, I know it's only early game, but they're doing a great job at doing it, where they've kind of just stopped Ryzen from doing what a Fanny is supposed to do early on. And if they can continue that process, they might be able to set themselves up good for game 1.
And I get it. For Fanny, speed is life. And if you deny that, you call one more object that the Fanny loves is the speed of farming and the snowball. But wait, up top, Benting catches one. Miko very low, jumps in, gets him taken down, and Ryzen cannot engage. This is not a good look for Omega as TNC propels up 1,000 gold under 3 minutes.
Bursted down by Escalera. Already 2 kills for the Kajita. Omega need to watch out for that. Again, they're continuing the basic with them. They're here, the orange buff already yet again. Kram is just quickly clearing his minion wave, leaving Renja there, giving him and SDZYZ a chance to see which they do.
Again denied, but they do get a kill. Kram trapped between a rock and a hard place, knocked out for now. They're continuing to fight. Renzio gets a few scraps. SDZYZ, and there's a knockout by Escalera. Down goes the king. His crown falls, and that's another kill for TNC.
Nice pickup there. I mean, that was great patience as well. Waiting for KillVJ to get that moment there, and they grabbed the kill. Although Kram did go down, it's still the game plan, Renmar. They still want to go ahead and stall out Ryzen as much as possible.
TNC, tremendous job here. Escalera, more aggressive this time around. Again, Escalera made a name for himself with aggressive, fast tempo mid laners last season. And the Kadita pick is working out incredibly well for him right now.
Just funny, because we were wondering how would that Kadita work against this kind of mobile team composition that Smart Omega has. But right now, they're asserting dominance in Omega's jungle.
Ryzen gets nothing. He gets nothing. First up, he lost his orange about a minute ago. Now he's losing his purple. Don't even think about getting the turtle this time, because SEC was taking his time. Oh, knocked up, Kram. Here we go. Ryzen and KillVJ threatening a kill. It's so hard because the Julian, he doesn't have the CDR quite yet.
Yeah.
Oh, in the mid lane, seems like there's action while SEZYZ is getting the turtle.
Kelra, very low. Escalera once again. Yasuo serving it up, gets the kill. This carry. He's holding off for dear life. Can Ryzen find his target? And he does. That's one down per side, and it's a wash.
Okay, so he grabs a kill there. That's going to be big for Ryzen for now, but still, you have to take note of the 1.6k gold lead that TNC is having.
Huge.
They've got momentum already 5 minutes in the game, so if they can continue that, Escalera is a huge factor to this, and they need to keep playing around that, because scaling-wise, that burst is going to not be so effective as the game goes on.
Yeah. Doing all right. so far, I love how Miko has been living in this bush to protect Kelra.
Yeah, and right now, TNC are just making it difficult for him because Escalera and Ben thinks no. They're always there ahead of time, and even Miko, I'm pretty sure like that's why he used the Cyclone Eye in, maybe to just throw them off with his position eventually. But yeah, the Ruby and the Kadita are a great combo right now, really stopping Miko again.
That's where he lives again. TNC are coming into his house, and so far a purple starved Fanny. Not a good look. Does he get it? No.
Stolen again by SDCYZ.
He is just not gonna have any.
Yeah, and TNC are just eating everything up, man.
Well, we do know. I feel like majority of players know. Hold on.
Cram! It's 3v1. Can he survive? VJ as well. Wait for the knock-up. And he gets it. Enhanced chains taking down Cram.
And there, TNC losing their XP laner, but Omega won't be able to convert that into much. The minion waves weren't there. And once again, TNC are in aggressive invading positions. From minute one, they knew what they needed to do.
Oh, catches
what a catch!
one for the full combo.
Wow.
Served up VJ. Renzio clawing away at Ben Things. At Scythe, no one pulled in. Here comes Ryzen. And Yasuo firing away, pushing back TNC.
Yeah, not enough damage yet. That Masha can eat up a lot of the light wheels that Yasuo can toss out. Who's going to get this turtle?
Oh, conceal play. Can they find a connection? Short about an inch, and there's a knockup. Down goes SDZYZ, folding him in half. Ryzen secures a turtle. A win for Omega, the first one in about 7 minutes.
So they finally get a turtle. That's going to be good. But also, just Miko is finding moment after moment on all of these, and they're going to clear this for now. Oh, hold on. They're going to go.
Very Mamba-like reflexes. Oh, one more knockup to leave his team, but Cram gets away with it. Oh, very close.
Man, the Don't Run Wolf King, the second skill of the Ruby by Ben Thinks, absolutely saved Cram in that situation. You saw Ryzen had his eyes set on flying down onto the tower, onto Cram, but that delay, that spin from the Ruby was enough to stop Ryzen from doing just that. But it's so far a tremendous swing by Omega to find moment after moment, as you mentioned, Naisu. Miko finding the setups, KLVJ finding the angles to land those enhanced chains, catching TNC off guard.
I mean, again, you saw the gold lead dwindle there the past couple of minutes just because of the decisions making, and even KillVJ sitting on 4 kills now. That is going to be something, again, that TNC really has to consider, because we've seen the enhanced chains, the enhanced sword outplays, everything else kind of fall into place for this hero whenever it's picked. So at this point, like I said, TNC has to keep pushing the momentum, or maybe even just sit back and look for those fights, those team fights, and bring them in their favor, because Ryzen, even with the delay that he had first 3-4 minutes in the game, at this point, he's feeling pretty good. He's feeling pretty confident.
Yeah. And so Omega, with things a little bit more balanced out, just have to watch out for situations like these. Potential death bushes by TNC. Grouping up a little bit more together, but they can't just keep doing that because they have Masha to worry about splitting the side lane. So this is another strength of the Omega lineup that we're seeing here. Okay, if they're not getting the team fights that they need, they do again have the tools to split the map wide open.
And that's one thing that TNC is lacking. If this does go late, I'm talking about 16, 18, maybe even 20, TNC is down on wave clear. It's so hard. They're good at team fights, but when it comes to objectives, when it comes to just pushing lanes, again, Omega has been down this whole game, right? We're talking about a majority, about 90% of the game, it's been TNC, right? But look how Masha, how Renzio is still pushing.
Yeah, again, there's the Omega timers. I know that's been debated throughout the season if it's still even a thing, but honestly, over the years, it clearly is for Omega. So again, if you're TNC, you want to just find those picks, because now that first Lord is up, that will allow you to finally get more space around the map. They do have that one turret on the top side down, so they've got that going for them. But still, I mean, Omega is in a good position here. They're very set up well where they need to be. So they're going to go ahead and start this Lord up, but look at the bush.
They send Masha into it. Renzio knocked up. Those waves are crashing in, but nobody's biting.
Yeah, great patience there by TNC, by Escalera, not to use his ultimate on the Masha. Not the most ideal target.
They know. Conceal play though. By Ben Things, what are they hunting for? Miko, does he sense it? Does he sense it? Oh, the Semoga in trouble! There's the Apple Bandit! Escalera knocks him up! Serving up the kill! Kelra goes down! That's one for Omega. TNC, they want to commit into this. They want to lean into this man advantage. Can they get it underneath the turret? Go the rest of Omega. There's a knockup by Miko. By KLVJ. The king is in town. But nobody goes down because there's another kill for TNC. And Ryzen can clean up house. There's another chains. There's another chains. It's 2K for Ryzen. But he goes down, bites the dust. KLVJ the only one left.
What?
That was like every Fanny's moment right there.
It's like the dream setup there, but at the end, TNC, of course, have the advantage here. The Lord, can KLVJ do anything to potentially steal this away?
Not with SDZYZ here. He can kill Cram. He does, but SD secures the Lord.
Lord goes inside of TNC. Omega got what they could. After that long sequence, team fight after team fight, it started with Ben Things finding the perfect opportunity to get Kelra, using the ultimate, flickering in, securing that catch onto the Clint. But Omega countered that incredibly well, but TNC held on well enough as well to the point where now they have the first Lord of the game.
Yeah, and right now, again, they got to convert this into some turrets at least. That's what TNC needs to do. We have seen it time after time. Omega try to turn things around. And already, TNC trying to make a move.
Another one, a failed pull. Renzio drawing the line between his team and the rest of the Phoenix army. Now they're looking to rotate OMG on defensive measures.
Great stop there by Kelra. Good read. He was able to see bad things, able to dash away and immobilize just in time. If he got caught out there, this mid lane tower would already be down by TNC.
Another perilous approach here. TNC Escalera, look at his positioning. Here comes Ryzen.
Oh.
Waiting for that knockup. It's not happening quite yet. Watch KLVJ as well. There's the ult pulled in by Escalera, letting it go.
Cram also just, again, you got it. Omega also has to keep their eye on Cram. Gets that turn in the backside. Here we go.
Miko gets spotted. There's the enhanced chains. Nobody home. Renzio just staying here, holding the line, the enforcer between Omega and Sure Death.
Now TNC will look to get a catch elsewhere. They're playing around the shrubs incredibly well.
Yeah, I mean, given the situation here, we're at the 13-minute mark. Omega, the next Lord that comes up, I feel like TNC kind of needs to replicate what they did last time.
Yes.
Because what we see, I mean, even with Kelra down earlier in that big fight, Omega's damage and even their kind of tankiness was pretty scary. It was pretty apparent that they can win team fights still, given the situation. So, again, hopefully bend things for TNC, can grab another kill or make a move, or Escalera burst someone down, because I feel like either way, that next Lord coming up, Omega's going to want to find that one. And we saw what Ryzen can still do, even in those tight spaces against TNC.
Given this 3K gold lead, and again, how the past 13-minute game has come through, it's clear TNC knows their approach. But what if we find a team fight where it's in Omega's turn, where it's Omega who's initiating, just like this, spotting out Renzio, this could be the start, something like that.
Yeah. What Omega cannot give to TNC is an opportunity to burst down Keller or KLVJ.
That's how the last team fight started.
Exactly, because Omega, they can fight long team fights well, as long as either the Julian or the Clint is alive. With one of those down, that's going to be a lead for TNC. Omega will think twice about fighting. But they're going to come in
on Renzio. That's the ult on Ben Thing, so at least that's one ult down. Escalera, I love how he's keeping it. He's keeping it in.
Yeah, he's really holding on tightly to that rough waves. They know that the main targets are the main damage dealers. They know they won't be able to catch the Fanny out of the sky, but definitely the Clint and the Julian are their prizes.
Well, now that the Lord's up here, we're going to see both teams set up, like we were saying, around this next objective. We were wondering who the eyes were for the team. Well, Renzio has been the eyes for Omega, as he has multiple health bars here, but here we go, looking for initiation.
There's a concealed play. Yasuo throwing those light wheels like there's no tomorrow, and Renzio clawing away at the carry, trying to get Yasuo down. You're going to suffer quite a bit. Rough waves already committed by Escalera, and it is a scrum. Nothing happens, a fumble.
And now TNC have a positional advantage on the Lord. Let's see if they're going to rush this. Cram and Ben Things already zoning out. Escalera as well. Ryzen, can he fly in just in time to steal this away? Let's see.
You're gonna try. You're gonna try. Very close, very perilous, and that's a lethal counter, keeping it in. TNC secures themselves a Luminous Lord.
That's what we were talking about. You know, the strength of the lethal counter and just having that retribution there. It's hard to do that against a Balmond. So once again, Omega gonna have to be on the defense here against a more beefed up, powered up Lord.
Great call there by TNC. Going for the Lord right away, even though they knew that the Fanny was still alive and the chance to steal was there. They just trusted STZYZ and his Balmond to be able to get it, and they do. In terms of the gold, very close across the board. Mages close as well. The build path, because of the build path, the gold lead that the Balmond holds over the Fanny is not as significant in effect.
It's huge though, 5K, and there's a jump, there's a knock-up. Can they capitalize? Ryzen just swishing and swashing underneath this turret, but it is eventually gonna go down. They still have the Lord standing. There's not enough damage put down. Cram, look at this, the angle he finds. KLVJ with a 3-man knock-up, and Ryzen did as much damage. Down goes the Mermaid, down goes Escalera, and Cram might be next. And there you go. There's another knock-up. Enhanced chains. Ryzen, he's in trouble. Not enough damage between all 4 members. And they're still going. Miko short of another jump. And there's another enhanced chains by the King. And Ryzen still laying down as much damage as he can. So far, a successful defense by Omega, but counter falls.
Great defense. I mean, they lost the 2 turrets. But the amount of times that Omega was able to come back into the fight there, Ryzen's still running, should be fine, but still, Omega holding on somehow. I'm actually surprised too how Ryzen was able to survive even with the jungle emblem, not even having the Festival of Blood, which we usually see, right? So,
yeah.
TNC though, great assault on the base. They've got one more turret to work on the bottom side. Let's see if they can do it again.
Yeah, tank build Hunter Strike just for the physical penetration. He knows he'll be might be playing a more utility role here. If he doesn't build up on tankiness, that's the carry on the side of TNC will be able to get through him quickly. Omega knows that, okay, it's not going to be the Fanny, that's our main thing. It is either still going to be the Julian or the Cliff. And Omega, what Ryzen had in that last fight was the fact that he was still really close to the spawn point. You saw there, I think like 3 times, he'd fly in, deal damage, deal the combo, go low, go back to the spawn point, go back out, and that's how he was healing through that.
In and out he went, and here we go again.
Oh no, Renzio walking into a death bush. But again, this is a Masha we're talking about. 2 life bars depleted in the snap. But so far, so good. He gets away with it, goes and heals, and a sneaky push up top by Ryzen.
Yeah, again, playing this tank build Fanny. I mean, if you think about it, Omega across the board is very tanky. With the heroes that they have, you're relying on Kelra to really pump out that damage on this Clint, but unfortunately, we haven't seen it just yet. So it's almost like a sustained amount of damage versus the burst damage that TNC has as they now fight for the next Lord.
There's a conceal, and the King has a good angle. Miko, nobody home in that pixel brush. They have to reconsider this approach.
TNC very disciplined, engaged, disengaged, try to force out utilities and abilities on the side of Omega.
Again, Renzio refilling his life. Miko gets 2 men, and there's the attached chains. Yasuo falls already. There's a man down. Escalera still alive. Life steals away, and the lethal counter takes down 1. The King has fallen, but it's 2 for 1. And TNC still looking for an approach. A concealed play by Ben Things.
Omega back off. But with Escalera and Yasuo down, I don't think TNC will be able to get this Lord, even though the kill onto KLVJ was set up by Ben Things, utilizing the ultimate to pull him in. KLVJ just got close enough to actually poke down Escalera with a scythe. That's how Escalera fell in that fight.
It was amazing. Just both sides by both roamers setting things up here. But Omega coming out on top of that one, so they might actually just try to take this Lord if they can. But I don't think TNC wants to give this one away.
Ben Things and STZYZ very low. That's at half health on both of them. That's what you're looking at when Kelra stays on board. So far, TNC have been so good at taking down Kelra. Savage has suffered 3 deaths. Look at the crowd. Knock it out, Savage! Oh no, this is not a fight Omega's ready for. Yasuo throwing out those light wheels, and there's a pull-in by Bendings. Immortality pop onto Miko. He goes down. Crown gets a double kill. Rise is security purple. Is this a fight that they can continue? No Lord here, but 3 defenders for Omega. Can they do this?
They're gonna force it. They're gonna force the issue. They can't get that minion wave, 1 minion wave to work with. If they're not gonna get this here, they're gonna go back for the Lord.
It's 5 men, and Renzio jumps in on them. Ryzen just moving in. Oh, and there's a pull-in. Lethal counter takes out the Fanny. Kill VJ and Renzio, the only 2 left. Oh no. TNC looking to take game 1, and eventually they will. The Phoenix Army rises.
TNC checking off the first box on that list to stay in contention for playoffs. And what a performance by TNC in game 1.
Desperation was expressed as discipline and decisiveness.